Each year, the shoreline of Senegal's 700-kilometer coastline erodes by about 1 to 2 meters. Scientists link the decrease to climate change, a topic policymakers are set to discuss at this year's climate conference in Paris. Many citizens and environmentalists are hoping the conference can bring about change in the wake of the coastline's destruction.
There were homes here, so many homes and a mosque. There were 3 more streets in the neighborhood, and the sea ate it all. The sea ate all 3 streets. Even where we're sitting, there were homes. Now everyone lives in Arafat.
Arafat is a town that was once 1 kilometer away from Chowlin, one of the most affected areas of Senegal by coastal erosion and sea advancement. Now, after a decade, the 2 towns are mere meters away. A Senegalese oceanographer links the phenomenon to global warming.
Climate change is marked by global warming, and when you speak of global warming, it relates to the melting of glaciers. Also, when temperatures increase, you have water expansion, which in effect increases the volume of water. So when you have an increase of ocean volume accompanied by melting glaciers, you have an increase in sea levels. When sea levels rise, it means that it takes up on the coast, and you then have sea advancement towards the continent.
Many locals say that the disappearance of parts of their community, including a cemetery and neighborhood mosque, has been very traumatic.
Imagine having to bury your father or mother, your sister or loved one, and you think they're finally at peace. And then you find their corpse floating, disturbed from its slumber. It's horrible. It hurts.
Government institutions aimed at targeting climate change say addressing the issue isn't the largest problem. Finding financing to help the affected population is.
One must argue that the priority and the vulnerability of Senegal really shows that help is an emergency. Senegal PNA, which stands for the National Adaptation Program, permits us to illustrate that the problem of the coast and the region is a problem more and more urgent, and it should get solutions. In the region of Chowlin, we saw that we had a cemetery that was completely underwater, and the population was displaced almost each year because of the sea. So we really had to do something with urgency, and got those partners to help us build the embankment.
In Chowlin, an embankment has been built along the shore that keeps out violent waves for most of the year. But residents still fear for the future of their town. They worry that developed nations won't be able to agree on how to decrease the harmful emissions which cause such drastic changes to their shorelines. This is Mel Bailey for Africa 54, Dakar, Senegal.